The fight against terrorism is often viewed as a fight against current distinct threats. But what if the terror networks of today have a shared, decades-old lineage? Good evening. A recent paper from the Center for Security Policy argues that to defeat modern terror, we must follow what it calls the red thread, the long-ignored connections between the Cold War's communist sponsors and the Islamist groups we face now. The foundation of this argument goes back to 1977 and a then radical thesis by scholar Stefan Possony. Possony proposed that the Soviet Union was behind much of the world's growing terrorism problem and that otherwise independent terrorist groups were operating in international networks. His book, International Terrorism, The Communist Connection, was initially dismissed by the CIA and the foreign policy establishment as nonsense. Yet later research, including a contentious review ordered by CIA Director William J. Casey in the early 1980s, confirmed Possony was largely correct. Possony's thesis was cemented after the collapse of the USSR. Declassified KGB and Communist Party archives provided incontrovertible evidence. Documents revealed top-secret Politburo approval for arming groups like the Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine, or PFLP. In one case, a 1974 memo from KGB Chairman Yuri Andropov requested consent to provide special technical devices, which we know meant weapons, to the PFLP's Waddih Haddad. The Soviets maintained clandestine contact with Haddad, overseeing and influencing his operations while maintaining plausible deniability. The support was both military and financial, sometimes even involving outright bartering. The Soviets traded an estimated $20 million worth of weapons to the Palestinian Liberation Democratic Front in exchange for stolen art and antiquities. This communist backing laid the groundwork for today's threats. The paper details the early international development of the red-green axis, communist and Islamist terrorism, and how the Soviets began supporting non-communist Muslim radicals. 25 years after Possony's work, 5 of the 7 U.S. State Department classified state sponsors of terrorism, Cuba, Iraq, Libya, North Korea, and Syria, were ruled by regimes originally installed or propped up by the Soviet Union. Even the Islamic Republic of Iran, a staunchly anti-communist regime, took power in 1979 with Soviet covert and diplomatic support. The document's core message is one of continuity, a smooth transition from communist sponsors to Islamist sponsorship and inspiration. The Soviet invasion of Afghanistan, for instance, rallied militant Muslims like Osama bin Laden, who would later turn their battle-hardened forces against the West. The tradecraft and the networks remain. The paper notes groups like the Irish Republican Army, IRA, are linked to the Palestinian Intifada by the use of identical booby trap bombs, and that the IRA also assisted the Marxist-aligned FARC in Colombia with car bomb techniques. In essence, the report suggests that without the Soviet terrorist support campaigns, the present wave of Islamist terrorism, groups like Hamas, Hezbollah, and Al-Qaeda, may never have reached its current destructive power. It's a lineage that links a KGB memo from 1974 to the attacks of 9/11 and beyond. For Ancestry of Conflict, I'm Gary Sterling. Want to go beyond the headlines? At the Global Nexus Blueprint, we uncover the hidden connections and coordinated strategies that link seemingly separate global events. We expose the intricate relationships between disparate groups and the state sponsors who back them. Don't just watch the news, understand the mechanics of global power. Like this video and subscribe to the Global Nexus Blueprint to get a deeper look at the world around you. Support this channel and like this report and subscribe to the Global Nexus Blueprint.